elevation, man. You hear me? Let's Grand Rising Cosmic Family. Grand Rising. Damn, this is really doing something to send my fuck here playing me. Child. Gotta get that a little bit up. That's these. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Wanna act like y'all ain't never seen nobody sweeping? Nigga, y'all don't sweep up in the crib? Act like y'all ain't never seen no broom before, man. See, y'all want me to get on here and be unhumble, you hear me? I'm gonna be humble, I'm gonna be me like I'm be, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this shit up off the floor. Think we good now, though. What it do? Cosmic Family. See, if I walking up under people, get out the way. You wouldn't be getting tiptoed on. Simple. You all in the way. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. How y'all feeling? Reflections. We are here today. Welcome to the University of Cosmic Intelligence. We are here today to discuss Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Now I know this shit might sound crazy. Definitely if you just seen the thumbnail, like, and you don't know who he is, you like, well, you talking about cartoons, but you got to know, anytime we in the university, we gonna talk about something cosmic related, esoterics, you feel me, metaphysics. We getting into all of that today, per usual, you feel me? See, we got our candles set up. We have our candles set up. But before we get into that, the candles, we got a couple places we got to go with it. Y'all get yourselves ready. Welcome to the university. We haven't given a lecture, y'all, in like 2 weeks, you know. We want to let that 33rd parallel lecture, I want to let that really sit on y'all soul. Because sometimes we get these lectures back to back. It ain't sitting on your soul because you're not getting a chance to sit with the information. All right, so today we're going to talk about Captain Planet and the Planeteers, but we really not talking about Captain Planet and the Planeteers in the sense of like the actual, and like the cartoon. We talk about the message behind it. There was a lot of hidden gems that they put in this cartoon. It came out back in the day. And I feel like it's like my back in the day ain't everybody else's back in the day. See, my back in the day to like the gods and goddesses or the high vibrational human beings that's we know age and time isn't real, but that's older than me, if you want to call it that. That's not back in the day to them, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's back in the day. You see what I'm saying? And then like for the you, like the blue crystal babies, like y'all wasn't even here yet. Y'all hadn't even landed yet. So that's like definitely back in the day for y'all. You get what I'm saying? Because y'all wasn't even here yet type shit, you know? But welcome in, white people. Don't be scared. It ain't nothing but just a black guy giving a little information. It's nothing to fear here, people. It's nothing to fear here, all right? It's nothing to fear here, you feel me? Nothing to fear at all. We are rising. Also, it's kind of crazy because Captain Planet kind of dealt with like the Kundalini energy. I know y'all seen the new visual Kundalini energy. Shout out to University. I see it's like 100-something thousand, like 105 in like 5 days. So I'm glad y'all spreading the information and pushing the information out there for real. Yeah, we gotta let white America know it's okay. You can come in here. You ain't gotta feel like, you know, long as you don't mind the truth. You get what I'm saying? You good, you welcome in. These doors are open for everybody. That's gonna always be the disclaimers, all right? Matter of fact, let's get to the motherfucking disclaimers right now. Okay, so these are the disclaimers, okay? First off, don't be feeling the type of way if I say we're going to go live at 3, but we don't go live to the next day at 3. Like, right now, you should be used to that. Anybody that follows university understands that I don't keep up with time. I don't respect time or any of that. That's a spell. But I only have to give us some frame of where we gonna be. You know what I'm saying? We gonna always get there though, y'all. Y'all feel me? We gonna always get there. You just can't be like, you can't be getting your hopes wrapped up around no times. You see me post a time, like you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, all right, if God said we going today at 3:30, we going. We know we going. We just don't know when, but we know at some point in time throughout that day, it's a 99.9%, because it's always a 0.1% for us to be like, we're gonna do it tomorrow. So you gotta leave that 0.1 there. But it's always a 99.9% that we are going that day. That's all that matters, people. You feel me? We going that day. All right, because you know, the elites, they be trying to make it hard, y'all. Like, we got to be strategic with YouTube, especially now that it's like, you know, the channel getting bigger and bigger. So it's like the bigger the channel get, it really turn into like it get different. A lot of politics start getting involved with YouTube, and then they start getting political on you and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they start getting political on you, man. After all, this is their platform. So what I like to do is just like throw them off. And it's been working. That's why I do it. Like when I used to go at them times, shit happened. You feel me? We don't need shit happen. What that say? Oh, okay. Now somebody came through. I'm like, who what that say? All right, cool. Yeah. You know, y'all feel me out with me, family. So listen, I'm glad that y'all in here today. That's disclaimer number 1. Disclaimer number 2 really is that I'm glad that y'all in here today. That's the disclaimer. We back. Disclaimer number 3. Listen. If you don't like black people giving esoteric information with shirts off or tank tops on, you know, leave the university now. Okay. If you don't like white people sitting in here listening to us while we kick this information, leave the university now. We don't support racism at all. If you gay and you want everybody to be gay, we not gonna all be gay with you, and we're not like against you for being gay, but don't attack me and us for not all being gay. So if you're that type of gay person, you can exit the motherfucking university now. If you're straight and you have a problem with gay people, we don't support sexism. We not closing the university to nobody. We best about frequency. So if you got a problem with gay people, leave the university now. I'm just being real, because you got gay people that want everybody to be gay and y'all be on some tough shit with it. We ain't on none of that in here. You can exit these motherfucking doors now. You feel me? And then if you know, as soon as you say something, they want to gang up on you like you against the whole multitude or something. And then we got a bunch of straight people, they be on some homophobic shit. Like, hey, I was fucking with God, so he said the gay people could come in and listen too. Like, listen, it's information. We gotta get away from all them stigmas, okay? If you rich and you got a couple dollars saved up, all of us probably ain't got it like you got it. So you can exit the motherfucking university right now if you gonna sit in here and look down on something. You feel me? Or if you ain't got it like that and you feel like everybody that do got a little something sold out, exit the motherfucking university now. I see motherfuckers calling me a sellout. I've been a sellout since I started teaching publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, he's sold out. He's the devil. Like, goddamn it, he's a violent occultist. You know what I'm saying? All these derogatory, misleading, you get what I'm saying? You know, titles being just thrown around loosely like that. You know, to pull somebody away from the message. You feel me? It don't matter how the messenger look. It don't matter, like, I'm not gonna sit up here with a suit and tie. This is my motherfucking disclaimer, so we gonna sit through this shit. All right? I'm not gonna sit here with no motherfucking suit and tie to make you feel away. Now, as you seen in the Kundalini Energy video, I don't mind jumping in a suit and tie. I could do that. I grew up going to church, nigga. I told y'all that. Like, I grew up like y'all grew up. Most of us grew up going to motherfucking church, didn't we? So, nigga, of course I could clean up, throw a suit on, but I purposely like to sit here and not do shit like that or throw anything casual on. I don't want to fit none of them stereotypes of what a teacher or intellect or professor or whatever you want to name an individual that's here to enlighten the planet. You know, I don't want to be none of that. I don't feel like I should have to go sit in the mountains neither, you know what I'm saying, and balance no apples on top of my head and you know, to make y'all believe what I'm saying. I'm going to give it to you flat raw like this. I'm going to smoke this thing. I'm going to roll this thing up. Might smoke, might not smoke. I'm going to use some profanity because it's not cursive. We know that the real curse is when you wish something bad on a person. You get what I'm saying? I'm a laugh. I'm a joke. We going to talk our shit. You feel me? Sometimes we're gonna use big words. Sometimes we're gonna use some good old what y'all call it, America with 3Ks, ebonics, slang. You feel me? I'm gonna be myself, and I want you to sit here and be yourself. That's all I'm saying. Don't get in here with no expectations and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you fuck around, get let down, fucking with me. I'm just letting you know. You feel me? I'm not here to be your what your idea should be of a teacher. I'm here to do what the ancestors told me to do at all times. Feel me? That's how we moving. So listen. Those are my disclaimers. Oh, I forgot the last one. If you don't like profanity, shit, bitch, hoe, dick, balls, pussy, motherfucker, bitch, pussy popping on the handstand while eating turtles candy on a Sunday evening, okay? You can exit the university now. Thank you. All right? So the first thing we going to do, now that we got that out the way, all the disclaimers is completely out the way, all right? Now what we going to do is we're going to set the right vibratory frequency, all right? So everybody at home, watching all around the world, just relax yourself and let your conscience be free. You hear me? Relax your minds and let your conscience be free. I damn near finished the song on you. You feel me? All right, so relax. Now listen, now the sound bowl connects you to the energy of Gaia or the planet or nature or planet Kai, right? And I'm glad I want to use that word Gaia today specifically for this lecture that we going through today. We just getting into, we gonna dive into how they put the truth, y'all. I just want y'all to see how it was a time where they did put the truth out there, and they put it out there sometimes in these cartoons, a lot of times in cartoons and movies. But one of the most powerful cartoons that they ever fucking came out with, and I didn't know it back then. I don't know if people in my generation recognized it back then. But when we get through today, you're going to be like, oh, shit. Knowing what we remember. See, we remember now. See what I'm saying? We remember what we keep in mind now, y'all. We here now. We here. They had us in our head at first. You got to get out your head and get into your spirit and your soul. You get what I'm saying? Because your head is a part of the flesh. You are not the flesh. You are not your body. You are a divine being. You are a being of light. Even the human beings that's vibrating now, if they understand what they are, they not the flesh. They spirits. They are spirit, electricity. You feel me? Surrounded in flesh. We as Black and Latino people, we are gods and goddesses, Anunnaki gods and goddesses that have reincarnated back into this lifetime to fulfill our soul contract. So we being 9 ether beings, all right, because human beings are 6 ether beings, we are 9 ether beings. So we are nothing but electricity and magnetism, all right, and infinite intelligence, okay, ensnared in flesh, full of neuromelanin, okay? So all we is. We just electricity, magnetism, and infinite intelligence ensnared in this beautiful dark pigmentation that they call neuromelanin, which is carbon, because carbon is the basis on which all life is formed, because we are everything. I am everything and everything is me. You cannot get past the motherfucking science of this shit. You hear me? You can't get around it. Can't get around it. For you black people out there that want to know why you a god, nigga, you carbon. This is carbon right here. It's carbon. Carbonated being. That's all you need to know, that this is carbon. And then you go look up what carbon is, and there you motherfucking go right there. Carbon is the basis from which all life is formed. So even if you don't know the full story, we just talking basic science. This basic science. Basic science, okay? Carbon is the basis from which all life, not some life, not a little bit of life, all life is formed. So don't be asking me no motherfucking stupid ass questions about why are black people Anunnaki God? Why are black people calling themselves gods? What makes them gods? Okay? That's what make us motherfucking gods, because we are everything. You feel me? Literally. Literally. You feel me? Human beings, y'all got all y'all shit from us. You feel me what I'm saying? So don't be asking no questions and shit that you ain't really ready for the answers for. Because the science, the arithmetic, the mathematics, the supreme mathematics is not going to change on that. You feel me? Any day of the week, any time of the week, or the man-made week, whatever you want to call it, this what we are. Okay? So let's push this energy out though a little bit. Let's get the energy. Hold on, let me get some chair space. Let me get a little you feel me? I was right here at first. Let me get a little bit of over over there because I was right here. Let me get it right there. Thank you. Let me feel me? Get a little bit of this. Feel me? So we right here with it. Okay, so what we doing is we want to push this energy out. We want to push it out around the planet. Y'all feel me? So I always start off when we come to the sound bowl, okay? We come right here. As always, we do 4 sets of 3 to set the right vibratory frequency. It's about setting the frequency right, because just because we went live don't mean we got the frequency set right, okay? Definitely, this is a very deep download, and it's gonna be very fun too, because Captain Planet was that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So for all the blue crystal babies that never seen Captain Planet, you gonna know what the fuck is going on today. Okay, when I get through talking about it. And for those in my generations, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, well, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get the true breakdown of why they put the cartoon out. Because we gonna look at who even created it. Like, we gonna get behind this. We gonna get up under there. Y'all know as we get up under there, you feel me? So we gonna get up under there so you can understand what Captain Planet really represented. We gonna talk about some of the voiceovers, the characters. You gonna be like, oh shit, yeah, it was right there like the whole time. The whole Captain Planet cartoon is damn near based around the information presented right here in this cosmic university. You know what I'm saying? We gonna crochet it together. We're going to crochet the metaphysical information together today to make it make sense. We're going to attach it back so you can understand that this was not a cartoon, and you can understand who put it out, why they put it out, and why it only ran 6 seasons and they snatched it off. And they don't show this type of stuff to the new generation, to the new Blue Crystal Bay. They ain't like my daughters and them don't know shit about no Captain Planet. They don't know who the fuck that was, never heard of, never seen him. You get what I'm saying? Don't know nothing about his story, his sagas, his journeys, the planeteers, none of that. You feel what I'm saying? They don't put that out there no more. Just like they don't show you the Cosby Show anymore. It's about divine cosmic love, and today we talking about divine cosmic love. Okay, so all that is it go together today. It go together. All right, it go together. So before we really get into it, let's get this vibration right. 4 sets of 3. So the first set, 3 sets of 4. 4 sets of 3. Is it 3 sets of 4? It's 4 sets of 3. It's 4 sets of 3. Okay? And I think it's 3 sets of 4. I think it's 3 sets of 4. Yeah, it's 3 sets of 4. Okay? Yeah, it's 3 sets of 4. All right. We smoked one before we got going, y'all. So forgive me. Forgive me. You feel me? Look, it's 3 sets of 4. You hear me? Now, so what we doing? Okay. So for the first set, it's north, east, south, west. Okay, directions. 3 sets of 4 directions. Second set, okay, the elements: water, fire, earth, or Mother Gaia. I'm gonna use Mother Gaia today. That's another one of the names they like to play with. It's an ancient name though, but Mother Gaia, Planet Kai, Tiamat. Okay, and then the last one is wind. Okay. And then on the very last set, we do it to, that's when we go into the chemical levels. It's a chemical level or the quantum physics of everything. Okay, so that's when we dealing with the 4 phases of matter. So that's really physics going into quantum physics. So why do we want to tap into matter? The 4 phases: solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy. Because when you're dealing with the physical realm, which is what we living in, anytime when you want to connect to elemental beings, or you want to really connect to the energy around you, or the ashe, as we say ashe around you, you have to understand that you are spirit and electricity. Electricity and magnetism, spirit and soul, ensnared in this flesh. So you're still in the physical, right? You're in the physical realm. Each realm has its own laws. Like the spiritual realm has its rules and its laws. The physical realm has its rules and its laws. Okay, so Planet Kai, this planet Kai, or that you know today as Earth, has its laws. Okay, but it's when you land in this on this planet that we know as Earth today, right? Which is really Planet Kai, Tiamat. Okay. When you come to this plane of existence, you are on the physical plane. But you got the physical plane, the spiritual plane. You even have a mental plane of existence, okay? And beings, all right? of energy can exist on each level. So when we starting off with the sound bowl and we want to push the vibration to all forms of the physical of our physical reality. So that's the purpose of us tapping in. That's why we say the third set is for solids, liquids, gases, and plasma energy. Okay, solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy. Solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy. That's actually everything around you that you see when you talk about physical. When you touch it, it's solids. The liquids you see, the things you drink. The gas, that's the air you feel. The plasma energy is the power behind everything that's going on around you. Okay? So, first set. That's north. Second set. South. That's east. That's west. Now for the elements. That's water. That's fire. That's earth or Kai. Last but not least, that's air. Now for the four phases of matter. Sending nothing but positive energy to all of the beings that exist on the solid realms. Because some beings you can see, like yourself, and there's beings that exist on the solid realm that you have not seen before. Because their vibration is lower than what you can see with the two retinas, unless you use the pineal gland, which is the third eye, the all-seeing eye, to see things clearly for what they truly are past the fake facade of the physical form. Okay, that's what tapping into the pineal gland does for your spirit and your soul. You get to see things with your spiritual eye, and the spirit and soul cannot be fooled, for the soul know all truths. The soul was here since the beginning, when source was created. All right, so remember that. Liquids, all the beings existed in liquid formats or formations, or the aquatic beings. All right, it's a bunch of elemental beings or tribes that are a part of the liquid families. All right, one of our ancestors named Ocean is one of them. All right, he was considered a titan. They made fun of his story and called him a titan in Greek mythology. His name's Ocean, right? Trapped in the Bermuda Triangle right now, which is what the Bermuda Triangle even is. I talked about that in one of the past lectures right here on this university, on this YouTube channel. Scroll back and look at my lecture on the Bermuda Triangle. All right, this is for the gas realms. Plasma energy. Now that the frequency is set, reflections, prepare for our light meditation. All right. Prepare for our slight meditation. So, y'all know what we do before every lecture. All right. All 2022, because we want to really get everybody accustomed to going within, tapping within themselves. So, we like to do this like light meditation. It's only be like about 6 minutes before the lectures, because that allows us to connect to one another, right? Because we here as a soul tribe. All right, we know we have enemies amongst us, but we not worried about no enemies because we got the ancestors with us. All right, we got our cosmic family with us. We got our protection with us on all levels. You feel me? But more importantly, what's it's imperative that you understand that when we do this, we connecting and we pulling on each other's energy. All right, and we also calling in our ancestors. We calling in that ancestral energy. So that's what we do during this meditation, because we have a lot of ancestors and a lot of spiritual families, a lot of hierarchies that are here on our behalf, that have been around and know what's going on in this war since the beginning, since it first kicked off with us and Satan, aka Zeus, which he has many names, right? Prometheus, Marduk, Enki, and Enlil in the Sumerian text, um, Odin in Norse mythology, Yaqub, right, in some of the Muslim stories, um, Jacob, Jesus, and Satan in the Bible. I mean, Zeus in Greek mythology. He has many names. He has many names. This is how he fooled the whole world that he didn't exist. So when we do this, when we meditate right before every lecture, you have to understand that when we talk like this, or we talk on this frequency, we are opening ourselves up to be attacked by malevolent beings, by malevolent entities. Okay, that exist on different planes and lower frequencies and seek to harm us and pull us into this shadow realm, or this shadow world, if you want to call that, through attacking you through thought, through psychic attacks, through attacking your vibration, all right, through feeding off your energy. So you got to understand that this is why it's important that us as carbonated beings, aboriginals, the indigenous ones to this land, that we need to get back home, which is tapping in with our ancestors, like our ancestors, the motherfuckers that look like us. You get what I'm saying? And really understanding what your roots is, what our culture is. It's in our culture. We are magical beings. We're multidimensional beings. We one with these candles. We know how to manipulate fire and water and air. We one with all of the elements in nature. You feel me? We have a certain vibration that we naturally feed off of. We never competed with each other. We never abused one another. There was no fighting. There was no competition. That's a lie when they telling you that that's how we was. We wasn't like that. We are ancient beings. All right. Whatever we think, whatever we say, it's gonna manifest on every single level, every single time. Because this is who we are and what we are. All right. So it's imperative that you know what I'm saying, you take on the energy of like, okay, this is my planet and the power is mine. Like we gonna get to today, the power is yours. That was one of Captain Planet's favorite sayings in the cartoon. The power is yours, right? So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. The power really is yours. All right. You are connected to this planet. You are more powerful than you think you are, but you're not tapping into your divinity. You're not walking in your purpose because you're dealing outside of the frequency of that you're supposed to be on. All right. That you were supposed to be on. We're supposed to be into crystals. We're supposed to be into candle work. We're supposed to be into connecting with nature and the herbs and the insects and all of that, living off the land. That's what we going back to. This is why we say the Kundalini energy is rising. And because we the last generation. You get what I'm saying? We the last generation. So now for the human beings, you all don't really have ancestors like that. I mean, you have forefathers. You have individuals that lived, right, and walked in this flesh like you walking now. But when I say ancestors, we have primordial energy. The aboriginal beings of this land, which is all your so-called Black and Latino people, we have primordial energy. We are connected to this land on a deeper level that words can't even conjure up. And it's not just this land. We connected to Mars, Pluto, Venus, Mercury, every planet, every element, every dimension, every vortex, every galaxy, every intergalactic gateway, intergalactic highway. You know, we ain't gotta burn portals into the cosmos trying to get to other planets. That's what these reptilians did. That's what the program CERN is about. That was created by the royals and the different governments that exist today. All right, if you look up the program CERN, CERN was all about them burning a hole and creating a basically a tunnel or highway from this planet back home to their planet, which their home planet, which is Nern. Okay, we ain't gotta do that. Like, we one with the cosmos. We don't have to rip wormholes into the atmosphere, the stratosphere to travel anywhere. We could do that going right here, just activating our Merkaba. See, a lot of things about the Aboriginal beings, you got to understand that a lot of things that you are capable of, you have never activated. Just like in Captain Planet, in order to bring Captain Planet in, they had to activate him. You got to activate you got to activate. You get what I'm saying? It's one thing to know. First off, a lot of us don't know. So then that's the whole battle, knowing. Then once you remember, so now that you do know, now that's the second step. The third step is actually activating what you know and applying it to you. You know what I'm saying? Applying that connection, that spiritual connection. So when we go into this meditation that we finna do right now, because we talking on a spiritual level. We talk about Mother Gaia, aka Planet Kai today. We talk about Captain Planet, which is an elemental warrior that was summoned by the planeteers. All right, it get a lot deeper than just some blue guy with a motherfucking green mullet on a goddamn cartoon. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even waste my energy sitting here talking about him if that's all he was. You feel what I'm saying? All right, so this the mudra we doing. For those who don't know what mudras are, because this your first time catching a live lecture, that's cool. But mudras are basically when you hold because each finger represents an element. Each finger is connected to an element. They don't teach us this, once again, because we are divine beings, right? We are aboriginal, so we are everything. You feel me? We are everything. So they never taught us what your fingers really represented, how they connected, and why do you have 5 fingers, 5 phalanges to begin with. You know, that number 5 is a powerful number, but it's a magical number, right? Well, that's what we call esoteric. When you talk, it's an esoteric thing because it aligns with metaphysics, which is things that science can't really prove metaphysics. They can't really prove metaphysics. They don't know how to expound upon that topic too heavy, you know, without leaving it at making it seem like modern science makes it seem like metaphysics is just like, you know, some made up shit. You know, that it only goes so far when they're not even telling you to have. So the mudra that we're using is the crown chakra mudra. All right, because like I say, we remembering. We gonna use this cartoon, which we gonna decode, to further remember who we are today. But when we talk about Captain Planet, you talking about a cartoon that made fun of us on a metaphysical and esoteric level, right? That's what you're talking about. That's what you're dealing with. So I'm gonna need us to do this mudra, okay? We doing the one with the pinkies up, basic crown chakra mudra, pinkies up, thumbs closed like this. That's how we going. We right here with it again today. I was gonna say let's go solar plexus, but we don't need to generate no willpower for this type of lecture. I want us all to, you know, while we in this slight meditation, feel these drums. I like playing this one off YouTube because it has the right instruments for your soul. It has all the instruments that you need to really channel that ancestral energy. You have to feel, all right, to feel the energy of what we are, because each instrument aligns with your organs. That's why they call them organs, all right? So, y'all, we starting right here. Y'all know the move here. So before we play it, let me light the candles. Okay. So because we're talking about Captain Planet and the planeteers, okay? The blue candle represents the element of water. The red candle represents the element of fire. The green candle represents the element of Mother Gaia or Planet Kai or Earth. All right. The white candle represents the element of air. The pink candle represents the element of divine cosmic love, okay? Which is the pure form of love. So all right. And thus it shall be. We channeling all the energies of the most highest vibrational spirits during this mini meditation. All right. Peace to the gods and goddesses of the planet Kai. Got the frequency set, y'all. We good to go. All right. So, we back. It's been like 2 weeks, you know. We ain't chopped it up in a minute. How y'all feeling out there? Y'all good? We got the MacBook pulled up for certain parts of this lecture when we need it. All right, so before we dive into this lecture, it's imperative that I open it up with the right spiritual energy. With the right spiritual energy. Before we dive into this lecture, it's imperative that I open it up with the right spiritual energy. So, first, let me start by saying peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace, meaning positive energy, always creates elevation. I'm sending nothing but the deepest of insight to my elders, those 65 and older within the university. The same thing with my peers, those in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, sending nothing but the deepest of insight to everybody out there for you to really, you know, continue on your path of enlightenment in the correct way, for you to be able to see through the veil, because the planet is rising in frequency. They like to call it a great awakening, but it's really just the planet is waking up. The planet is she is waking up, and it's funny because we, like I say, as we get into this Captain Planet lecture, Captain Planet Decoded today, we're gonna get into the backstory about the series, and you know you're gonna see how the planet was sleeping, was waking up in there, and all of that. But far as to all the blue crystal babies, I appreciate you deeply. Those 21 and under within the university, you know, y'all spreading the message all on TikTok, making videos go viral via TikTok. So I just want to say, shout out to all the blue crystal babies. I appreciate you deeply. I see past the limits of the age of what individuals might try to do to you, or do to your era, you know. So that's why in this university, this is all of us. This is everybody. This isn't nobody's excluded. Only individuals that's going to exclude themselves is individuals that's vibrating low and they don't seek to better themselves or raise the frequency or raise their vibration. All right. To all the high vibrational human beings that attend this university, just want to send a peace to you for being able to see past the flesh, for not being caught up in the light code lockdown, or limiting yourself to believing that the Caucasian race is the superior race. Any human beings in here, you know, you understand. I teach what I teach, you know, about us being gods and goddesses, about us being the creator of the human being race, or at least our brother Satan, Zeus. So anytime a human being could sit in the university and like keep up with the lectures and the lessons, you know, I know that got to be a tough pill to swallow, to hear certain things that I present. But shout out to the real ones that's not caught up in that's you know, that doesn't have this that didn't caught up in the complex that America with 3Ks created, which is you know, white supremacy. So we are against white supremacy. We are against any form of supremacy that has nothing to do with attributing to the growth and development of planet Kai as a whole. We're about uniting our people, uniting one with nature. We're about spreading peace, positive energy, which always creates elevation. We are not about spreading competition, confusion. We moving with discernment, but at the same time, we are not moving like a bunch of radicals at all. We are staying godly. You know, we are staying open-minded to all forms of information, because you got to understand, when it comes to information is forever. It's you can never narrow it down to one teacher or one individual. This is why I always tell y'all, like, y'all don't need Rashad Jamal, because all you need is this within. That's what this university is about. I'm just here to teach you that the power is with you, to help give you your power back, help you remember who you are, right? That's why I tell you, remember who you are, all right? This university that's what we are based around, helping you remember who you are, helping you gain your power back, so you doing this on your own. You know, I don't want you feeling like you need to wait till a lecture to come on this channel for you to be inspired to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we promote right here in the university. We promote our divinity. We walking in our full divinity. So we not believing in anything outside of ourselves. So you shouldn't even believe in me more than you believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? We not believing in shit more than we believe in ourselves. First off, we not believing shit. You know, we in the age of information, so we not believing anything. But if we is gonna believe, we gonna believe in ourselves. That's what we about. That's what we promoting. Believing in your motherfucking self. I don't need you to believe in me. What I need you to do is believe in your motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? Like, believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And cause you believe in yourself, I believe in myself. Then guess what? We gonna be more than all right. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem now. We've donated so much divine force and energy to statues, to ideologies that ain't got nothing to do with us, right? To trends that have nothing to do with us. We've donated energy to plantations that have nothing to do with helping our planet. It's all about destroying our planet. You know? So, I'm sending insight to everybody who I just mentioned as we dive into this download today. Sending nothing but insight. Simple, what's up, God? So we sending nothing but insight, family. So, today in class, reflexiations. Now that we got all that out the way, right? But it's necessary to be in class. Like, we gotta play the sound bowl. We have to greet everybody, greet all the guys and goddesses the right way, in the high vibration of human beings, right? Thank you, beautiful. Some love in that little cup right there. It's a little love in there. What's up, God? Yeah. I'm in class, Simba. I'm enlightening the masses right now. All right, so now we want to talk about this. It was a cartoon they came out with in the 90s, I believe. September 15th, 1990 is when it premiered, called Captain Planet. And this cartoon was the shit, y'all. Listen, this cartoon was the shit. Before we even get into breaking it down, fuck that. We ain't gonna act like it wasn't the shit. This cartoon was the shit. Like, if you ever seen Captain Planet, you know it was the shit. And if you never seen Captain Planet, you still kind of know it was the shit just from the name of it. It should sound like it was the shit, Captain Planet. And like, cause we got a lot of blue crystal babies in here, 21 and under. Y'all ain't never seen that. Y'all don't know nothing about it. So let me introduce y'all. You feel me? Listen, Captain Planet was like, he was like Superman in a way. Now I ain't gonna lie, like Captain Planet, nothing can defeat him. Like nothing can defeat Captain Planet. Like he was unbeatable. So when you thinking about like superheroes, which Captain Planet was, you know, like just to give the blue crystal babies a feel for how his charisma was. You know what I'm saying? Like Captain Planet had this little charisma to him. You hear me? So like his charisma was like Superman. You know, when you think of Superman, you like, that's the man of steel. Can't nothing fuck with Superman but kryptonite, right? That's how Captain Planet is. Like, nothing can defeat him. The only thing that can defeat Captain Planet is pollution. Strap your seatbelts on. Strap your motherfucking seatbelts on. You hear? Y'all didn't hear me in the back. Because I know this nigga still walking in. Y'all been in the hallway a whole first half of class. You know, like I said this on the website, it's always that group. You know, niggas been out there getting high the whole first 30 minutes of class in the hallway. Man, we know class started, but let's get these last few hits there in the locker room. They just walking in class now. Y'all hear me? They just walking in class now. Well, listen, nothing could defeat this nigga, y'all. Like, he was unbeatable. Keep that in your mind. The only thing that could stop Captain Motherfucking Planet was pollution. Pollution. Now, that's different though, ain't it? Because normally with the superheroes, it's like he's allergic to water or some shit, right? It'd be some weird shit that he shouldn't be allergic to, but it fucks him up though. But with this superhero, he allergic to pollution? Feel me? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You finna roll up, man? Now this nigga was the shit. White America, y'all seen Captain Planet. Those that was in that era, you seen Captain Planet. You know what I'm saying? Man, I mean, before we get into all the breakdown, I just want to give Captain Planet its flowers, man. That was a dope ass cartoon. Like, without even knowing all the esoterics that they put up in there. At the time, I was just a kid. I was a baby. I had just got here. I had just landed 4 years prior when they aired it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you had all these planeteers, right? And they had all these different cool little powers. You know, certain planet. It was 5 planeteers. Okay, it was five planeteers. One of the planeteers, and they all stumbled across these rings. They all had these. See my ring? They had a ring like that, nigga, just like this. They be like, water. You hear me? Facts. The planeteers. You feel me? One of them had the. Okay, so let's talk about how they got the rings, and I'm gonna go to Wikipedia because I have Wikipedia pulled up right here. But before we go to Wiki, I just wanna live my childhood a little bit all over again through this lecture a little bit. You see what I'm saying? I never get out of that side of myself. You know, I stay in tune with the child within me. You know what I'm saying? You can't never step away from that side of self. You know what I'm saying? So, but you had one of the planeteers had the power of water. See, we got the candle burning for water. He'd be like, water. You know what I'm saying? I was a she that had the power of water. She'd be like, her name was G, I think. I think her name was G. She's like, water. One of the rings had the power of fire. Fire. One of them had the power of earth. Earth. One of the rings had the power of air or wind. Wind. And last but not least, my little nigga Mati. Mati was from South America, right? He represented the Latinos. He had the power of heart. And you know what was crazy about his power? His shit seemed weak. I used to be pissed like watching a cartoon, you know, they get into it with somebody, the Planeteers. They was all teenagers, and see, think about it, y'all. You got 5 Planeteers. Each one has a ring that gives him or her control over a certain element. All right? But out of these 5 different elements, okay, each teenager was from a different part of the world. Let me look up their names. Let's get their names for y'all. Let me get their names. Let's see if I can get their names. Okay. Okay. So let's start with Kwame. Kwame, like Kwame Brown. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Y'all know Kwame Brown. Mama's home cooking. He be going in on all the NBA players and shit. I fucks with Kwame though. But Kwame was one of the name of the Planeteers. But guess what color? His power was earth. He had the ring of earth. And he was carbonated being. He looked like me and you. See? Keep in mind that they gave the black guy the element of earth. Okay, just keep that. Keep that, y'all. The black guy, the only black teenager, his element was earth. Okay? And we know this is our motherfucking land, right? They didn't do that by accident. Now, you had the white girl. Now, she was Asian. Her name was G. Her element was water. Okay? You had the white guy. Yeah, we had the it was two. It was the Asian, her element was water. The white chick, her name was Linka. Her element was wind. Okay? So let's do it again. We got Kwame, the black guy from a little village in Africa. His element was earth. Green candle. Earth. You got the Asian chick, the Asian teenager. Her element was water. We got Linka, the white chick, the white teenager, the human being. Her element is wind. Okay? And then, last but not least, you have the Latino teenager named Mati, one of them. His element was heart. Heart. Okay? I want you to notice how they didn't have 5 black people. They didn't have 5 black teenagers. They didn't have 5 white teenagers. They didn't have 5 Asian teenagers. Asians and Caucasians are basically human beings, except for the real Asiatics. And they didn't have, you get what I'm saying? They didn't have 5 Asian teenage girls. They didn't have 5 Caucasian teenage boys. They didn't have 5 gods, right? And they didn't have 5 teenage Caucasian girls. And they didn't have 5 Latino boys. They had one from almost each of what they like to call nations today. Okay? So what that represents is how it's going to always take the unity of the whole to come together to tap into the spiritual force. Now, you have beings out here. I talk to y'all a lot about primordial energy. I've spoken about this. Primordial energy. We speak about going to the Orishas, calling in the angels. Those are your cosmic forces. Those are spiritual families and ancestral families. But the planet herself has elemental warriors that fight on her behalf too. Gnomes, fairies, trolls. On and on and on and on and on. But you got to understand, the planet also has elemental warriors. These are spiritual energies, primordial energies, very, very strong beings that can be summoned. Right? So when you start summoning things, that's a form of when you combining your power, or a form of through meditation and what they like to call magic. So Captain Planet, he couldn't just pop up. That he ain't that type of superhero. He need help to pop up. For Captain Planet to appear, all 5 teenagers had to take their rings and combine their element. And that's what they would do. They would be like, earth. The other one would be like, fire. The other would be like, wind. The other would be like, water. And then here come a T and heart. You hear me? And then, because that's why I didn't like Mati at first. We're going to talk about all their powers too, like what they really represent. Like, I didn't like Mati because his power was like, it was trash to me. I'm like, what is this weak ass? He got this weak ass power. Heart? What the fuck is heart? Everything else made sense. Like air, water, fire, okay. Earth, wind, okay. Heart. You know what I'm saying? He coming away. Heart. You feel me? And you be like, oh, okay, whatever. We'll give him a pass. You know, we'll give him a pass. Fuck it. Because you understood every other element. Like, okay, she got the power of water, so she can bring hurricanes through this bitch. She can do all type of shit with the water. He got fire. You know, he making fires come. She got wind. Okay, cool. He got earth. He created earthquakes. Fuck does he talk about heart? You know, it was almost like that Harlem Nights moment. Y'all ever seen Harlem Nights? The Blue Crystal Babies, if you haven't, go back and watch it. But everybody 25 and older should have seen Harlem Nights. If you haven't, leave the planet now. Fuck is you talking about? So listen, in Harlem Nights, it was like that. Like, they was chasing Eddie Murphy, you know what I'm saying? And they get to the alley, everybody, and Senor Hall, you broke my nose, man. You broke my nose. They finally catch him. They shoot him up. One little dude with the gun. Pow. They in the alley with the Tommies. You hear me? They quick, come out quick. Here you go. Pow. They keep shooting. Pow. He like took his hat off. What was that? Stop shooting that little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, stop shooting that shit. What you doing? That's how you felt on Captain Planet. They be like, fire. I'm gonna be like, earth. You know what I'm saying? Wind, water, heart. You be like, heart? Come on, G. What you sideline him immediately? What is you talking about? But we on a higher frequency now. Actually, the heart was the most powerful element, the most powerful force. You feel me? But yeah, y'all, like, so all 5 of these teenagers, right? They would bring their rings together. You feel me? And then this blue motherfucker would just come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's how it be. Like, they'll be in the middle of some shit, right? It'll be going down. They'll be getting in. Cause remember, I'm saying remember like everybody's seen it before. Everybody ain't seen it. So listen, basically in Captain Planet, they don't need to summon Captain Planet to whip ass. That's what I'm trying to say. Like these teenagers, they already got the ring. So they can literally just use the water to fuck you up. Like, old girl G who had the element of water, she can be like water and just start fucking shit up with these. Making all type of shit with her ring because she controlled the element of water. Each teenager could do that. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, Captain Planet, nigga. I said he was the superhero. He was the bad motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? But he couldn't just come out of nowhere. You know, they had to bring them together. So when they combine all their powers, next thing you know, this nigga just come out of nowhere. By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? He come out of nowhere fucking shit up, right? So you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Captain Planet was the shit. He had that charisma. As soon as they heart, wind, air. You know what I'm saying? By your powers combined. As soon as you heard that, you just see a nigga coming out the ground like this. You already know it's a shorty. Like, oh yeah, the bad guys is over with for the villains, nigga. He's here, nigga. He's him. He's here right now. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? That's how you felt watching that shit. I'm just trying to give today's Blue Crystal Babies the energy. You know what I'm saying? What we felt. You feel me? You gotta know what we felt. I'm trying to let you feel what we felt when we watched the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. You feel me? So it was like, he was blue. Nigga come out of nowhere. Blue, he shining, he glistening too. Wasn't he, baby? Remember, he be shiny, glistening. By your powers combined. You hear me? Oh, okay. So he pop up. Now when Captain Planet pop up, he ain't really trying to do too much talking. He a warrior, nigga. He bout that. You said he bout that. We gonna get there, y'all. Of what they was trying to hint to you in this motherfucking cartoon, nigga. You hear what I'm saying? When he get there, when he get there, cause I'ma just call him CP for short. You know us black people, we gon' nickname a nigga. We nicknaming everything. You feel me? When CP pull up, and I ain't talking about CP3, nigga. I'm talking about Captain Planet, nigga. When you get there, ain't no talking, ain't no none of that. Cause if you don't want nobody ass kicked, what the fuck is y'all combining the rings for? That was already understood. Like, if you we ain't gonna break. Cause there was times when they'd get into it and they wouldn't call him. Yeah. Am I lying, babe? No. So they'd get in shit. They'll get in some shit and they won't summon him because they know when he come, he fucking everything up. You hear me? He don't want to talk about nothing. You feel me? Niggas ain't want you ain't want shit fucked up, nigga. Don't summon me up here. Don't summon me up here because when I come up here, nigga, anything that's polluting the earth or anything that's against nature, it's over with. It's over with. Like, because see, Captain Planet, he was for the planet. This is why he was called Captain Planet. Okay? Stay with me here. Because right now, What do we know? The Kundalini energy is rising. This shit gonna make sense. We gonna make it make sense. You hear me? Of what they was really trying to tell you in that motherfucking cartoon, nigga. Keep about what I said. He's Captain Planet because his job is to help Mother Gaia and protect the planet. Okay? He's only here to protect the planet. And he lives in the planet. That's where he lives. See what I'm saying? He's a spirit. He's a deity. See what I'm saying? He's a spirit. He's an elemental warrior that was created to protect Mother Gaia, aka Planet Kai, aka Earth. There you go. All right. Stay with me. He's a deity that is here to protect the earth. Captain Planet. So when he do come, he is only against whatever is against nature. Okay? This is where we start to get deep. You got to understand what they were showing us in this cartoon. Okay? He don't come out to fight. Man, listen. His only weakness was pollution. Is y'all seeing where I'm going with this? What do we know about us, y'all? What we know about us, y'all? Okay, let's look at it. Who gave the planeteers the motherfucking rings to begin with? Mother Gaia. Oh, see, y'all don't know because y'all ain't seen it. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of motherfuckers ain't never seen the shit. Listen, when it comes on, Mother Gaia is an actual character in the fucking cartoon. Oh, I went to the website for you and everything for the motherfuckers in the background and forgot. Check it out. Gaia was a character. Let me show y'all real quick. We'll be back. Let me bring y'all to the drawing board with me real quick. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. This is Gaia. This is Mother Gaia. Okay? That was in the Captain Planet cartoon. The beautiful spirit of Earth. Gaia is the protector of the planet. She feels anguish whenever damage is done to the world. It sees its atmospheres or to any living creatures. When damage occurs, Gaia spurs the planeteers into action. Kind of an echo alert early warning system. Yes, she's black. Yes, they has her black. Yep, yeah, she's black in the fucking cartoon. Exactly. Exactly. The archetypal Earth Mother, Gaia is a source of wisdom and advice to both Captain Planet and the Planeteers. She helps to identify environmental problems via a series of crystalline screens located on her home base, Hope Island. So when they say crystalline, let's take the L-I-N-E off of there at the back for those in the back that may not know what that word means, okay? This word crystalline means that she had screens made out of crystals, okay? Her screens that she would talk to the Planeteers through were made out of beautiful crystals. So this is why I say she helps to identify environmental problems via a series of crystalline screens located on her home base, Hope Island, okay? These monitors track the events of the present and can predict their outcome if left unchecked. But no matter what happens, Gaia loves Earth's children unconditionally. Though sorrowed by what they've done and worried about the future, she is eternally hopeful that all will turn out for the best. So, This is Gaia from the Captain Planet cartoon, and this is like I'm on their website. I'm on their website. This is a synopsis of her character in the fucking cartoon. Did y'all heard what I read? The beautiful spirit of Gaia, of Earth. Gaia is the protector of the planet. She feels anguish whenever damage is done to the world. This is how Planet Kai is in real fucking life, y'all. What they telling y'all, like the whole character herself, she's representing the spirit of the planet. She's the beautiful spirit of the planet. They tell you that. And they have her black. They have her black, though. Okay? They have her black. Okay? They have her black because they was teaching real science in the fucking cartoon. Just like you think it's a coincidence that fucking he is black, God black, Kwame, the 16-year-old teenager, his element was earth. Kwame's element is earth. He can create small localized earthquakes, move rocks, cause holes or furrows to appear in the dirt and turn mud to solid ground. Okay, this is Kwame. That's Kwame. That's Kwame. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. That's Kwame. Put y'all back right here real quick. Put y'all back right there for a second. You hear me? All right, so I just let y'all see Kwame and Gaia. I ain't even show y'all Captain Planet. Now, what did they say about Gaia? Why they got her black in the cartoon? The beautiful spirit of Earth. And they say she suffered when? Is this not Planet Kai? Is this not how Planet Kai is in real life? In real life. Yes, this is how Kai is in real life. This is our planet, y'all, in real life. She feels anguish whenever damage is done to the world. It sees, notice they didn't call it oceans. They said seas because, like I told y'all, we don't have no fucking oceans. All those bodies of waters, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, that they call it oceans, they are making a mockery of our ancestor ocean, who's a titan, all right, trapped in the Bermuda Triangle. So that water were always, the waterways like that were called seas. Always were seas. You got to pay attention to the words being used as well. Always was seas. Notice, when you read the description, Mother Gaia is the protector of the planet. She feels anguish whenever the damage is done to the world. It sees its atmosphere or to any living creature. Yeah. This a cartoon we talking about, y'all. Oh no, we just getting started. We ain't said nothing yet. We just breezing through it, y'all. You know us, we gotta breeze. We gotta breathe. We gotta open the. We just opening. We just opening the door right now to what we saying today in class. And the cartoon only ran 6 seasons. We talking about the storyline though and the characters. She helps to identify environmental problems via a series of crystalline screens located on her home base, Hope Island. They say no matter what happened, Gaia loves Earth's children unconditionally. Hey, man. This is the cartoon of Captain Planet we talking about. It's just a cartoon. But look at the characters. Look at the storyline. and look at Captain Planet. I'm gonna bring it closer for y'all to see. But look at Captain Planet, man. He blue with green hair when he do after he's summoned. He's not even a physical being. When you read up Captain Planet, it's a Gaia assembles a modern day team of planeteers from several nations. When the modern day planeteers combine their powers to summon, like I told y'all, the elemental warrior, this incarnation, keyword incarnation, so you can know what Captain Planet see. Fuck what I'm saying. I'm telling you what's going on too, but I want y'all to know what the screenwriters had in mind when they wrote this shit. This is what they said about what they wrote. And this was written by Ted Turner. We'll get into him in a second. But let them tell it this is a cartoon. A damn good one too. And as a shorty shit, I didn't think it was that deep. I didn't, it was just like, hey, it's a good car. But look, they saying in the description, when the Planeteers combine their powers, let's not forget, what is the powers of the Planeteers again? The elements. The elements. The same powers you have. The same powers you have. These are our powers they talk about in the cartoon, man. They telling our fucking story in the cartoon and how to access and tap into primordial energy in the fucking cartoon, man. They telling you exactly how to tap into that power just in the cartoon. Captain Planet, not a fucking, that's what make him different. Superman is an actual like being, like a person, right? Batman is a person. Mostly every other fucking superhero is an actual person. Captain Planet ain't no person. He's a spirit. He's not even a spirit. He's an elemental being. He's an elemental warrior. So he's the closest thing to describe what he's supposed to be is like a spirit that has incarnated into a physical form because he was summoned through energies, through the elements, This is why you and I are supposed to master the elements. Because when you master each and single element, every single element, which takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of ashe and willpower. This is why when you first come into this inception as a baby, you're supposed to be working on your powers, working on your divine spiritual gifts. We all have them. You come here with these spiritual gifts. You're supposed to be working on them, but you never get a chance to work on them. That's so they put you in school. Because guess what? If you work on your elemental gifts, you're going to master water, fire, whichever one is your natural elemental gift. Then the next step is to master the rest of the elemental gifts and work hand in hand with them. Once you get that down pat, now the next step, now you can start tapping into some of these forces that exist, but only through you using the power of certain elements. The element in itself is an entity. The elements are entities themselves. The fire, the water, the air, the earth. All of them are alive. Every single one of them are alive. They're not just things. You can't look at the wind like, oh, just some wind blowing. That's so disrespectful. The wind is an actual living, breathing entity. And you feel her. You feel her. Yes, you do. But you still believe she don't exist because you don't see a physical form. See what I'm saying? The fire. Why you think you can feel it? You can feel a fire, right? Yes, you can. Because it's an actual. It has a mind, body, soul. The fire can take on any shape damn near, based upon the wick that's lit. Feel me? It's an energy. And when you tap into the energy, it manifests as fire. The same as water, the same as wind, air. And the plasma energy is the force all around you, your willpower. That's around you 24/7 too. The plasma energy. Or the force, the ashe. the chi, as the Asians call it, or the prana, as the Indians call it in Bangladesh. See, the Indian gurus call it prana. But it's the same thing. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You got to understand that these elements exist. So in Captain Planet, right? They couldn't access him unless they did what? Unless they came through the elements. And then if you just watching the cartoon, you don't fucking know that Captain Planet is not an actual thing. You see him coming from the rings, but you don't know what he's supposed to be unless you go actually read what the writer made him to be. So now let's look at the fucking screenwriter. What would make the screenwriters come up with this cartoon? See what I'm saying? What would make the screenwriters come up with this cartoon? Captain Planet. So you just created that? So you just created that. What inspired the story? That's how you got to think. We know you motherfuckers ain't created shit. Ever. You lack a soul. You can't do it. The soul is what creativity comes from. If you don't have a soul, you cannot be creative. You cannot create. Okay? So this is why a lot of these scripts and movies you see, if it ain't us writing it, then they stole it from us. Feel me? Everything was stolen from us because they can't create. They can replicate. They can duplicate because they have been duplicated. But they can't create. And that's not being racist. That's being a scientist. We're talking science. The science of self. Fuck what they told you science was in the fucking school books. Because that ain't real science. Talking the science of self. Ancient metaphysics, the shit we said and discussed as tribes. We were still in the tribal state with the unity. That's the talk I'm talking right now. So, what you think made him create the cartoon? What inspired that thought? Look what he said Captain Planet is. When the modern day planeteers combine their powers to summon, gotta look at the words being used, to summon the elemental warrior. Do you hear the words that they are using to describe him? Them ain't no light words, man. Them ain't light words. When the modern day planeteers combine their powers to summon the elemental warrior. I never knew Captain Planet was all that. Did you know that? I never knew that. I knew the nigga was the shit though, but I didn't know he was supposed to be some summoned elemental warrior that when after he is summoned, he takes on this what it say literally verbatim. After it say to summon the elemental warrior, then it says this incarnation. Because now it be motherfuckers that they know how to read out there, they don't. You feel me? Because they'll read this shit and none of it hit here. Because they not really paying attention to what the fuck they reading. I do words, man. This is what I do. You see what I'm saying? I do words, man. This is what I do. The way you use them words, gonna say everything. The words you using to describe, that's a powerful being that they are trying to find words to describe. And this being is only attributed to protecting who? The planet. And after he's summoned, then he takes on this incarnation, and that's when you get the physical form. Okay, so we know about the 4 phases of matter: solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy. Okay, so this energy that they are using to describe who they are calling Captain Planet is an energy that's on a higher frequency that's living within this planet. And when these teenagers come together and combine the elements of water, fire, earth, air, and divine cosmic love, which is disguised as heart in the cartoon. You see? Like it ain't nothing, just some heart. See what I'm saying? Heart. Had you looking all down on it and everything. But if you know that it represents divine cosmic love, and the ability to impact the heart chakra or affect the minds. See, that's what the heart represented. The heart ring, Mati had the power to change your heart, to move the hearts of the gods or of man. That's power. He getting up in here, your heart chakra. He getting all up in your shit. You see what I'm saying? So he could never have enemies at all. Because he could just simply heart a motherfucker. And now they love him. They doing whatever for him. Because they got to change a heart. You see, they had to change a heart about him all of a sudden. You feel me? And not just that. Mati's ability, he was an empath. So he could also feel, in the cartoon, he could feel other people's feelings and emotions and vibrations. That was even shit he used to do to help the planeteers. He would feel a vibration like, oh, this shit ain't right. Go left type shit. They all go left. You know what I'm saying? Big ass boulder come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But he felt. You see what I'm saying? He was a feeler. He was an empath, Mati. And I go read about him too. I mean, we got to go through all the planeteers and Captain Planet. I'm just kind of looping and jumping around right now. But you got to understand what I'm trying to say, y'all. This is some deep shit we talking now to be in a cartoon. This supposed to be a cartoon. How we get here? You see what I'm saying? Like, cause if you grew up watching Captain Planet, it ain't never seemed like it was that motherfucking deep. That nigga wasn't that deep. Nigga just, but no. Pineal glands was jelt shut. Niggas didn't remember who they was on that frequency. So being on that spiritual aspect, we were so far from that. When Captain Planet came out and when they said when he dropped, let's see when he dropped. Let's see when he hit this, when he hit these network streets. Boom. The series was produced by Turner Program Services and DIC Enterprises and United States Broadcast on TBS from September 15th, 1990 to December 5th, 1992. And it then ended up going on TVM, GMTV, and then Cartoon Network. And it went off like in 99, 98. Yeah, 98.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, 98. All right. So 1990, I had just touched down. I had just touched down. You hear me? Now to all the Blue Crystal babies who y'all just got here, y'all 21 and under. I'm saying I had just touched down in 90. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, the planet definitely wasn't on no. In 90, people definitely wasn't on that mindset. It was like religion or nothing. You feel me? Like as kids, we just like the cartoon. You see? But if you understand something on the deeper aspect, we liked it though. Let's look at that. Why did we like it though? Because that was your soul confirming some shit to you. You see what I'm saying? Your soul know all truths. Your soul like shit, nigga, this really the truth. Like the whole setup of Captain Planet, when you combine these elements, you can summon a primordial energy. Like I say, Captain Planet couldn't be destroyed, nigga. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. You hear me? He couldn't be destroyed at all. He was unbeatable. That's what I'm telling you. When he came out the earth, nigga, nothing could fuck with him. The only thing that could fuck with him was pollution. That's it. That's it. You feel me? You know, everybody got their little weakness. Superman had kryptonite. His was pollution. So why would they make him that powerful, right? Because they was trying to show you, they was trying to describe something beyond their comprehension. So they got to use these little goofy ass words like elemental warrior. That's the biggest word they got to describe this energy that they know exists. They know it exists. They know it exists. You see what I'm saying? The oppressors, the elites, they know this shit exists. You feel me? And why? And pollution, like, think about that. He was here to protect the planet, so he was all about nature. And pollution hurt him. Just like pollution hurts what? Nature. Why would pollution hurt Captain Planet, this elemental warrior spirit that was here to protect the planet, that one summit comes out and fucks up everything that's against nature, but he can't do shit with pollution. Pollution weakens him. It kills him. Why? Because he's a part of nature. So if pollution killed Captain motherfucking Planet, what the fuck you think it do to you? Even the way he looked, him being blue with the green hair, flying and shit, doing all type of stuff that he can't nobody else do, that's you, God. Nowadays, you got to go to the elemental warriors and you got to bring in more higher spiritual forces of energy that never fell down to this solid vibration. So they exist, but you don't see them with the physical eye because they on the plasma energy realms. Remember the 4 phases of matter. The faster something, solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy, man. The faster it vibrates, the higher it rises. So you got beings on that plasma level that you can't see. You can't even see the motherfuckers on the gas level. That's where the spirit is. That's gas level. That's under plasma energy. You can't see that. Them be apparitions when people see that. You feel me? Most people can't see that because they haven't even tapped into themselves to be on that vibration and read energy that high. That's moving that fast. I'm talking science to you. So even Captain Planet, when he comes into the physical incarnation, he's still more powerful than that because he has to come from the plasma realms when he summit down to that physical realm, when they call him. Right? But he represents a primordial energy being. These beings exist. This is what Simeon Toko did. This is where the Simeon Toko story come from. When people say he was at war over there in the Congo and he was getting chased by an army of 1,000 and then all of a sudden the sky opened up, beings came out the sky and started, yes, Captain Planet. You know what I'm saying? You had thousands of people in the Congo that reported seeing this shit with their own eyes. Of course, they tried to write him off as lying and crazy and exaggerate. 1,000 motherfuckers ain't finna sit out there and lie. But they don't want us to know what we are and what the planet is. You see what I'm saying? They don't want us to know that. Look, I'm going to be real with y'all. If we really took it in, including myself, we wouldn't even drive cars. That pollutes the atmosphere. Let's just keep it all the way real over rich. Driving cars pollutes the atmosphere. That's why I say they're against nature. They are against nature. We are the natural beings. We are our nature. That's why they didn't even want us to wear our regular ether. Because they that much against nature, nigga. They didn't even want us to look like how the fuck we naturally look. You see what I'm saying? Because that all empowers us. It empowers us. You get what I'm saying? So they are against what's natural. They are against that. So when you looking at the cartoon Captain Planet, he is this energy. He's an incarnation of these primordial beings that actually exist. Why? Because the primordial beings, they are us. But these are the beings that didn't fall into that didn't get entrapped in the flesh. They didn't fall in the frequency of what was going on in this physical realm. They stayed right there in that plasma realm. See what I'm saying? We all failed at different levels. Some of us had to come back. Some of us wasn't here. Some of us was here when all this was happening and going on. It's a whole story to that. We are spiritual beings with a whole story that runs much deeper than this flesh, man. You are connected to every single thing around you. This is a divine thing. This is a real thing, man. So that Simeon Toko story of all these beings coming out the sky that looked like black people, that's exactly what the fuck they said. They said, we seen the sky open up and like 300 angelic people came out the sky. They was big, tall, cut up black gods. That's exactly how they described it. They said, big, tall, black man came out the sky. Start throwing tanks and doing stuff that you shouldn't be able to do in the laws of gravity. Go look up the Simeon Toko story. And I did a lecture on them on my website, but you can still look it up at other places, the Simeon Toko story. Right? Had 1,000 people. Over 1,000 motherfuckers that stood out there and gave reports of seeing this shit, and they still wrote the whole village off as lying. To try to downplay what happened. You know? But it happened. Because you have to understand that the planet is alive, and the planet has her team of warriors and divine beings. I told you a lot of us are spiritual assassins. You got primordial energy beings. A lot of you are primordial energy beings, but when we are that naturally. We are that naturally. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. But when we not tapped into ourselves, we are not at that. We are not on that vibration. This what the fear come in at. This where the fear come in at from them with us. You know, like why they go so hard for us not to be our natural self? Why they go so hard for that? You see what I'm saying? Why? It has to be more. That's what you should be asking yourself. Like, it has to be way deeper. It can't just be because we black, man. That don't make no sense. It just can't be because my skin darker than theirs. I see these downtown locations in every city, but I need to be asking what was there before it was downtown. Think about it. Every city got a downtown, don't it? Every city got a downtown. But we need to think like this sometimes. What was right there before they put them buildings right there? And why are there no pictures right to show that type of shit? Most cities don't have the pictures actually showing, you get what I'm saying, them building it up. Or exactly how that piece of land looked before they put them buildings there. Most cities don't show them pictures, man. You just see shit like it is. I'm talking about downtown infrastructures. To be exact. To be exact. They showed a few pictures of motherfuckers making the railroad, but you ain't ever thought about it like, damn, like, how long would it have taken to make the railroad, the train tracks? How could they organize all us and get all us together to help them make the train tracks? Who really built the Great Wall of China? And how long did that take? What methods was really used? Because there's no pictures to show none of this shit. Why aren't there pictures, nigga? Or are there pictures and you just not showing us the pictures? See what I'm saying? You gotta think on that type of level. Beyond the veil, beyond what's in front of you. Fuck the icing on the cake. Look into the cake. Like, okay, I see that. I see downtown New York. That's cool. That's dope. But then I wonder what was there before they had all them buildings bunched together to make downtown New York. What the fuck was right there on that land? And why can't we Google and find pictures of what was on the land before the buildings was there? Cameras ain't new. And none of the technology they showing us new. Who you think they got it from? You see what I'm saying? Who you think they got it from? See, that's when I get to feeling disrespected. I be like, listen, Who you think all this shit come from, man? Ain't nothing coming out new. What is you talking about? They rolling out technology to motherfuckers that we done been had, and this is our watered down technology they rolling back out to us. You ever ask yourself, like, damn, who built the interstate highways? And where the pictures at? Where the video footage at? All the highways that connect from state to state. Think about how much road it is. Think about how many roads it is, y'all. Who built all that, man? Like, really think, like, and why are they roads? This is what I mean by thinking beyond the veil. Why are they roads right here, and who put them roads right there? And where is the footage of the roads being built? Where the pictures at? Man, it's interstates go all around this motherfucker. It's roads be going so far. You know what I'm saying? Why are the roads where they at? Why is the highway right here? You know they could have put that highway on any part of the land, right? They could have put that highway on any part of the land. But why right here? Why right here? This is thinking beyond the veil. This is why Captain Planet is so fucking deep. All these hidden gems they put in the cartoon. Even like I say, making him blue like that with the green hair. We was blue. You go watch the cartoon, he was shiny, glistening. That's how we look when we breathing in hydrogen. Right now, we dry, nigga. We rusty right now. We rusty as fuck. If you want to be honest, it's rust how we. That's why we got the browner pigments. We are carbonated beings. Being suffocated with oxygen. This causes your skin to sag. This what the effects of what we call aging come in at. You see what I'm saying? This is why a person can be 10 and look like this, and then you see them at 25 and they look different. At 25, they look like this. You see them at 45, they look a little different. See them at, you see what I'm saying? That comes from the oxygen. We are carbonated beings. We're supposed to breathe in hydrogen. Our atmosphere is full of hydrogen naturally. Even your genetics, your DNA, if you want to call it that, because it's really DEA, deoxyetheric acid. But your DNA, if you want to call it that, all of that, your DEA, you have links, helixes. They intersect, and they are connected by lines. Hydrogen, those are hydrogen links because it's in your genetics to breathe hydrogen. It's what you require, nigga. Ain't no oxygen in your motherfucking double helix links in your goddamn DEA/DNA. For those who've never heard of DEA. Because human beings have DNA, we have DEA, deoxyetheric acid. Cause us to move faster, learn things quicker, be more tapped in with our surroundings and nature. It's like a supercharger, you know what I'm saying, to everything. Because of neuromelanin. See, neuromelanin needs DEA. It's very active at all times. This is why you can feel shit. You see what I'm saying? Because even if you just right here looking at this, your neuromelanin or carbon is all it has its own intelligence. See this thing here is like it's like a smart suit that you got on your soul and your spirit. This neuromelanin, it has its own form of intelligence. You can feel shit. You ain't gotta be. You see what I'm saying? That's what it does. You know, that's why they want it so bad. Theirs don't have no intelligence. It's synthetic. See? So no intelligence in it. It's just flesh. This isn't just flesh. See what I'm saying? That's why after we transcend this realm, this planet, they like to go dig us up and chop up our body parts, and or when they got you in the morgue chopping up your body parts and draining your body of all the fluids and all the organs. What you think they doing with all that stuff? What you think they doing with them body parts? What you think MK Ultra is about? Maybe living through other people's bodies. Yeah, that's real. That's a real thing. You feel me? That's a real thing. Like, ain't no plan going on really. You know what I'm saying? Because they've never created nothing, so they can't really make up some shit to you. To make up a lie, you got to be kind of. They can lie to you, but to create like a whole new story out of scratch, they can't do that. They can't do that. They can't do that. They lack a soul. They can't do that. They lack a soul. They can't do that. You feel me? Now, what they can do is lie to you, deceive you. But they can't do. So when you seeing a cartoon like a Captain Planet, and you start getting into the backstory of the characters and what they represent, you're like, oh, hold on now. Y'all was telling our story. We are nature. You know, we didn't have no pollution on the planet. All of this, they polluted the planet. See what I'm saying? They polluted the planet. They landed on our planet, entered our realm through portals in the Caucasus Mountains. Them along with the Pleiadians. They said they came in peace, and the rest is what they like to call their history. You see? We was a whole community of advanced, infinite intelligence, vibrating at a beautiful, radiant, a luminous, electrical point. You hear me? That's what we was right here doing. This beautiful, infinite intelligence, man. That's what we was doing, man. Creative forces of infinite intelligence, mystical beings. That's what we was right here doing. And then they showed up. And then it became history. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's a whole story, man. And I just be telling the story. They don't like me because I tell our story, man. I tell the story. They don't like that. See what I'm saying? Because I tell the story. Like, I'm not gonna tell the story that you taught the whole America with 3Ks or a mainstream media about these carbonated beings who you have enslaved within their planet, within their realm, holding them hostage under spells, while warring with their other family members, their cosmic family members. You know, keeping them completely broken away from nature and separated from nature and themselves. You know, that's what they've done. You feel me? So they can put this shit in your face. They can put that shit in your face like this, and you don't think nothing of it. It's just a cartoon. Ain't just no cartoon. What is you talking about, man? This whole fucking cartoon is about warring for the planet. He was a warrior. So that means he did what? He warred. You can't be a warrior without going to fucking war. That's what makes you a warrior, nigga. Warrior. It's the word. Warrior, nigga. So you can't be that without going to war. Okay? If he was an elemental warrior being summoned by the elements, and when he come, he's infused with the power of all the elements. See what I'm saying? He got all the power, all the elements in him, because they put their powers together, remember? By your powers combined. I am Captain Planet. That's what he would say. That's what he would say. By your powers combined, I am There go that I am. What I told you I was, the soul. And what's our name? I am that I am. Pay attention. Pay attention. By your power, what Captain Planet used to say? By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. You hear me? And he was infused with all 5 elements because they brought they rings together to summon him. That's what made him so powerful. But that's why the key was, and then when he would leave, he would always, after he come up and kick ass, he would leave and he would say, remember, the power is yours. That's what he would say. They would summon him, he would show up, whip a whole lot of ass all around this bitch. Around the whole planet. Whoever needed, they gonna get it. You hear me? Whoever needed it, they was getting it. And then after that, he leave. And then right when he leave, he be like, remember, kids, the power is yours. Do you know how powerful that is? They put that shit right in our face. And they definitely don't show this to today's generation. You see what I'm saying? They never heard of Captain Planet. And that cartoon so fucking dope. I would have thought they would have made it a movie by now, brought it back out. It wasn't. It's not some shit that shouldn't be out again. You know what I'm saying? But when he leave, first off, when he show up, he say, I am. Keyword, powers combined. So what do y'all think will happen if we combine all our power? What does combine mean? Each individual was strong alone, y'all. The planeteers, each one. The goddess who was over the water, the god, the Asian teenager, the Asian chick that was over the water, the white guy that was over the fire, the god that was over the earth, and the Caucasian teenage girl that was over the wind, and the god, the Latino brother that was over the fucking divine cosmic love. You hear me? They had to combine. They always strong alone though. Okay? Think about that. They was all strong alone. But they moved under unity to achieve, to tap into a higher source of cosmic power. Nigga. You get what I'm saying? They use unity to tap into a higher force of cosmic power, primordial energy. Do you see what they were showing you though? They showing you this shit. Unity though. Unity though. You got groups of us that are strictly, our element is water. But even if you mastered your element, you ain't gonna come together with motherfuckers who elements is fire, earth, wind, divine cosmic love. Why? Because they got us so divided against our motherfucking self. But remember what Captain Planet said, by your powers combined. By your powers combined. The power is yours. That's what he said when he leave. When he show up, by your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. He whip a whole lot of ass. Then once he leave, remember, kids, the power is yours. So even though when Captain Planet showed up and he whipping all this ass, they was still teaching you, no, don't put all your power in no deity. See, Captain Planet would direct that energy right back to the people that summoned him. The kids, like, the power y'all's. Yeah, I came, but I only came because y'all tapped into me by coming together. So the power is all with you. I can't do nothing unless you move. That's how it is with your ancestors, man. The Orishas and all these different spiritual families, there's so many. They're there for you to like step in with you and fight. To fight with us. But the power yours though. They can't come unless you let them in. Captain Planet couldn't show up unless he was let in and summoned. You got to summon. See what I'm saying? The angelic realms, archangels and angels and guardians, they can't step in and fight with you If you don't summon them, ask for their help. This is what they was teaching you. We don't do that. We don't be going because we first off, even when they had us going to Jesus, we didn't go like that. Because Jesus taught you just suffer. It's cool to suffer and get your ass whipped. And now if you're on your spiritual level, you probably still ain't going like that. You probably still like not sitting with yourself and asking like, I'm asking for all the ancestors. I'm going to make myself a vessel. Step in, guide me, protect me, war with me on this front line while I'm here to help get this planet back. I'm here to protect the planet. I'm calling upon that energy. I'm calling upon the archangels. I'm calling in all the forces of the heavens, if you want to call them that, all the cosmic family, all the ancient ones, source, the Orishas, because they one of the many spiritual families. I'm calling in nature. I'm calling in the elements. We supposed to call in everything. So in Captain Planet, that's why he would direct it back to them. And remember, the power is yours. I know I just showed up and whipped ass. And now you're going to look at me like I'm the hero. But I'm not the hero. You are. The power is yours. See what I'm saying? This is what Captain Planet was doing in the cartoon. He's like, we didn't see that, watching that. We didn't see that. But this what he was doing. This what the writer was doing. Feel me? Gaia was black. Like, and Gaia, listen, Gaia, let me tell you how the Planeteers got the rings, because I ain't even tell you. So basically, she called up all these different teenagers from around the world and gave them these rings. Who did it? Mother Gaia, which is Planet Kai, or the spirit. So these teenagers was open. They were open to the spiritual world. They were open to the spirit. So if you open yourself to the spiritual world, then more spirits are going to work with you and seek to connect with you. So the spirit of Mother Gaia, or the spirit of Planet Kai, reaches out to these kids that's open to her. She that's willing to do this job of helping to do what? What's the main goal of the Planeteers? To protect the planet. To protect the planet from people who are trying to pollute it and destroy it. But why did they emphasize pollution so strongly though? Because the planet is alive. So the pollution is just like putting a pillow on somebody's face and suffocating them to death. If pollution is taking place on the planet, she can't breathe. So she can't stay ticking and talking. You get what I'm saying? So eventually she's going to fight back. And when the planet decides to fight back, she starts to do like your body would do. Clean herself of the parasites. She starts to fight back. This is what you see going on right now. The Kundalini energy is what it's called. It starts to rise. The planet she starts to fight back. She starts to activate her warriors. Because remember, Gaia activates Captain Planet. She gave them the rings. Let's not forget. She gave them the motherfucking rings. Think about that. Yeah, the teenagers can summon Captain Planet. But who the fuck gave them the rings, though? Mother Gaia did that. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically them saying that she gave them permission to activate one of her elemental warriors. Feel me? Feel with that? What they showing you still? They call the planeteers. Their job is to protect the planet from people that's trying to pollute the planet. And if you look at what's going on, the planet has been polluted. That's why the food ain't good no more. The fruit. I was just showing the fruit on live the other day on Instagram. Like we got some pears. They ain't sit here four good days, 3 days, 5 days. They get to going bad immediately. You see what I'm saying? When the soil is polluted and poisoned, y'all, nothing gonna go right. And I don't know about y'all, I don't eat processed food no more like that, really. I try to stay away from it as much as I can. You feel me? But it don't matter. You can eat processed food. You can eat restaurant food. All that food is cloned, and it's all bad for us. It's bad for the physical avatar, but it won't kill us though. It won't stop our rise though. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's about tapping in here, getting up in there, it's really getting inside yourself. It's about going within. When you going within yourself, that is what really shapes your reality. It's almost like, to take the quote that they said Jesus said in their Bible, right? In the Bible, it was somebody eating something, and they asked Jesus about it, right? And Jesus told them, he was like, "For it's not what a person puts inside of his mouth that defiles him, but it's what comes out of his heart." Now, of course, they got that shit from us and they put it in the Jesus story. But I'm just saying, that's what Jesus said, though, right? And that's why I told y'all, Jesus not real, but the story is. Like, the whole way he stood against the system and all of that, that's a lot of our stories, you feel me? But like he said, right? Or like they say he said, right? It's not what a person puts in their mouth that defiles them, but what come out of his heart. So what that means? It's more so based upon where you stand at within yourself, with your environment and the world around you. You feel me? Like, what's your intent every day? Shit like that is actually more important than what you eating, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a body. What matters most is, what's your intentions? Where is your soul at? Where is your heart chakra at? Where is your intent at for everything every day? What is your reason for being? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what he meant by that. So I say that to say, like, they've poisoned and polluted everything. That's why it don't matter what some people get caught up in that. I'm eating vegan, so that means my energy is just the purest. No, it don't work like that. Oh, well, that person eating pork, so that means their energy is not the purest. It don't work like that. That's you still looking at things from a physical. You still haven't risen high enough. You got to rise into with a spiritual eye. We are spirit and soul. These are bodies. These are avatars. You feel me? So if you eat vegan, that's a good thing, right? Because that's as clean as you can get. But even the fucking collard greens that you're eating, these things come from a land that's been polluted. It's grown from soil that's polluted. They're not giving us nothing that's healthy for us. You get what I'm saying? So if you eating vegan, that just means your car is a little cleaner than his car that's not eating vegan. That's all it means. But when you trying to go somewhere, when you on a journey, does it matter how clean your car is? No. What really matters? Oil, engine, gas, things like that, right? It's way more important in your car than if the car seat is dirty. You go get a detail, get your interior clean anytime. That's the same thing with eating. You know what I'm saying? It's more what you feed in your mind and your soul. You feel me? That matters more. And then in the intent you pouring out onto the planet. You know what I'm saying? So, but we supposed to be more in tune with nature. And we are not, because it was robbed from us. So Captain Planet, this is what I'm trying to get. This is why we ain't catch on to that. We didn't catch on to that because we have been so disconnected from nature. Our parents supposed to been watching Captain Planet. Facts. Like, right now, parents will watch that shit with their kids. But back then, they did. Parents should have been, listen, Captain Planet wasn't supposed to just been no kids watching it. It's supposed to be kids, parents. But our parents wasn't it looking at that shit like that. Like, we was on a different vibration. We was in the age of belief. They say that, you see, it aired 1990. 1990, y'all. $19.90. The world was on such a lower vibration, completely stuck in the 3D third density. Completely. enshrouded in it. Like, even the villains on Captain Planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, the villains, man. Even the fucking villains, man. Like, all the villains in Captain Planet represent things in society that hurts the planet. Like, every single villain. Like, the first villain, Hoggish Greedly, a pig-like human. Look at that, y'all. A pig-like human. A pig-like human who represents the dangers of overconsumption and greed. Hoggish is the first villain Captain Planet and the Planeteers encounter. So he represents the dangers of overconsumption and greed in society. That was one of the villains in Captain Planet. Another villain was Verminous Scum. All right, he was part human, part rat, who represents urban blight, disease, and drug abuse. These are the villains, y'all. These are the villains, y'all. What cartoon got villains like that? The villain be like Venom. He ain't got nothing to do with politics and none of that type of shit. You know, he strictly just killed somebody's mom or something, and that's why him and dude been beefing. You got Sub-Zero, you know what I'm saying, and Scorpion. You got all type of villains in cartoons and movies, and that don't be that. Listen, these villains, Hoggish Greeley represents the dangers of overconsumption and greed. He's a villain. You got Verminous Scum, who he's a villain. He's part human, part rat, and he represents urban blight, disease, and drug abuse. So urban blight would be like the shit that go on in our communities, the struggle of the gods and goddesses. All right, you know, anytime they get to using that word urban, they talking about us. You know, you got, for example, even in fashion, you got like casual wear, and you got like urban. So you got to know their words. Like when they get the urban, they slick talking. They slick. That's their little racist way of. No, for real though, it's really racist though. But it's like a nice way to be racist in America with 3 Ks. Like, instead of just calling us flat out like house Negroes, you know, and niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know, urban, you know, or I'm not familiar with the urban slang, or that's urban attire, or that's urban ebonics, you know, shit like that. That's like, no, like it really is. But you don't be paying attention to that. Even music, urban radio, like you know what I'm saying? You got to know what urban mean. You know, they talk all over your head. All right, so look, another villain is Duke N. Nukem, right? Now, Duke N. Nukem, he is a doctor who changed himself into a radioactive yellow rock skin mutant who represents the misuse of nuclear power. Are you listening? I'll say it again. It's the third villain, Duke N. Nukem. He is a doctor who changed himself into a radioactive yellow rock skin mutant who represents the misuse of nuclear power. Nuclear power. So that's like nuclear bombs. And I told you about nukes. All nuclear weapons are created from the nucleus of our cells, of the cells of the God species. Okay? They use our body for a million things, but they also use our atoms to make the atomic bomb, but they also use the nucleus of our cells, all right, of our cells to make these nuclear weapons. And we know what nukes do. See how powerful nukes are? Okay, so this is how powerful you are. This is how powerful you are. You see what atomic bomb do and nuclear weapons do, and they using your body to make that shit. So what does that tell you about you? Well, let a motherfucker tell it. I'm just on the internet talking every day, y'all. I'm just right here talking. They using the bodies of blacks and Latinos to make the atoms, our atoms, to make atomic bombs. And we've seen what the atomic bomb did to Hiroshima in Japan. Okay? Then they turn around and use the nucleus of the cells because of our molecular structure of all of your so-called black and Latinos, because we are aboriginals, we are non-ether beings, so we have advanced chemicals in here to make the nuclear bomb. That's why they call them nukes. So and then they use our avatars to make the bullets and the weapons too. I told y'all that guns are made out of our shit. Bullets, all that. Ammunition. You shoot the gun too many times, it jam up. Take it to the gunsmith. They're going to tell you it has carbon buildup in it. I've always taught y'all that lesson. It ain't going to never change. I got my little examples I like to use. Feel me? But you take the gun to the gunsmith, he gonna tell you that your shit jammed because it has, I'm giving you the science, we talking science. Your gun jammed because it has carbon buildup. You have to keep it clean. That's what he gonna tell you. After you fire it, make sure you cleanse it because the bullets let off a lot of kinetic energy. It's kinetic energy and it's full of carbon. And you are the biggest source of carbon on the fucking planet. Carbonated being. But nah, you want to be a nigga though. I'm trying to just remind you that you a god, but y'all want to be niggas still. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you the science of this shit. So what you think you is? If they using you to do all this shit, then what you think you is? So you need to be trying to figure out, I am energy, I am electricity. Now how the fuck can I amplify it? 666. Electrons, neutrons, protons, it's all electricity. You are electricity and infinite intelligence and energy and magnetism. Now how the fuck can I amplify this? It's not that I can't do whatever I want to do energy-wise. Now do you see why they try to tell you in the Bible, if he has the faith of mustard seed, you can move a mountain? Remember they said little shit like that in their Bible? Because see, they lied, but they still was putting truth in there too. Knowing that you would never figure this shit out because